Hey, so today I want to talk about uh monogamous versus polyamorous relationships. And real quick, I have to say I just learned this. Uh the difference between like polygamy and polyamorous is I think well no, not I think. Polygamy is like open marriages. That is married open marriages, married people. Uh and polyamorous is just like romantic relationships. So there's a difference. Um, but the reason I'm talking about this, and it's just been something I've been thinking about for a long time, because growing up, like, and this is maybe this is crazy. I want to know if anyone has a similar experience, but like, uh, both my parents were together, and uh, the way I saw them, the way I was raised, uh, I've um, I've always wanted a family. I've always wanted to. I always thought getting married was the way. Uh, just one on one. And like that's something I've wanted since I was 10. Before I even knew what like sex was. I'm like, I'm gonna have kids, I'm gonna have a wife, I'm gonna have a family. This is gonna be like that's what I wanted. And even when I, learned some things and got a little older, that was still like something that was on my mind. And uh recently, and it's just due to like there's a lot of things going on right now, but like um financial issues, uh, just like the way the world is right now, COVID, um, like just like just how expensive everything is, and then to have kids on top of that, and then to have someone you care about on top of that, and having to figure all that stuff out just seems like it's too much of a pain, too much of a burden. Um, I don't want to bring someone in this world without being completely ready. Um, and I want to do it with a person that I feel like I can trust for the rest of my life, right? And so the reason I'm doubting, I would like okay, I started to doubt monogamy because I'm just like, okay, well, like the way I think, like I think getting married is a scam. uh now wait, now just because I think it's a scam doesn't mean like I'm completely against marriage. Like I understand getting married for the principle and obviously the tax benefits. So like um But for me, like if I was to get married, like why are we spending all this money getting married? Like you know how expensive it is to have a wedding, to get a venue. If it was up to me, we'll go get married, spend like minimum amount of money, get the paperwork, get that done, and we can do two things, okay? We can spend the money that we would have spent on the wedding on maybe another vehicle, maybe another car. Why did I? My bad. Another going on a honeymoon or getting a house. Those are my things. Like instead of spending all that money on like rings and all this stuff and having people come watch, I don't. That's me. I don't really give a shit. Um, my mom's gonna hate that. Um, but it we could do so much more with that money and enjoy the benefits. We don't really have time or money to be spending on all that money just on a wedding. And like I know a lot of you girls have dreams of big weddings. But like, maybe we could work something out in the middle, like it doesn't have to be at this venue. We don't have to have all these people here. But we can still get, I don't know, maybe that's a hard thing. But the reason I'm bringing this up is now I've been looking at some polyamorous relationships and I'm like, okay, you wouldn't really get married there. I mean, I guess you could, but then it'd be I mean, it would turn to it's the same shit. Uh, I mean, polygamy and polyamorous, it's the same as far as people who are polygamous because they're already doing that. Um, but if I was going to, if I don't want to get married and I'm not having kids, like in my head, I'm like, why would I ever get into a monogamous relationship? I'm not having kids. We're not getting married. Why am I tying myself down? Now, um, it's hard to say that because me personally, if I'm in a relationship like that, it would just become like maybe the relationship wouldn't just get as deep because like another reason why I already tend to go towards monogamous relationships is I think people on average cannot handle a polyamorous relationship. And what do I mean by that? Well, okay. Now, let's say I'm saying I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try this polyamorous stuff out, right? But like if you're like if I'm dating you or if you're mine, and I know people like to say, first of all, let me clear this out too, because this makes me so annoyed. Because there's a couple girls that I talk to, and I'm like, you're mine, and they're like, I'm not an object, I'm not yours, and it's like, obviously that's not what the fuck I meant. Like, and because whenever I say that, the thing that comes into my head is like, no, you're not mine. It's not like I'm telling you what to do. I don't. If I have to tell you what to do, and don't trust you, to me, your relationship's already over. Like, I'm not, if I have to tell you what to do or um, don't trust you to go anywhere, I'm not dating you. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not about to sit here worrying all day be on something I shouldn't have to worry about. If I don't trust you, the relationship is never going to work. But when I say you're mine, it's like, well, I'm yours. Like, well, I don't understand the issue of saying things like that. People just, I guess, I guess a new way of like, oh, you're objectifying me or whatever is just like crazy because like obviously if you're in a relationship with me in the way I am, there's no way I would think of you like that. So why are you even bringing that up? But uh, whatever. You have to talk a certain way sometimes. Uh, but you guys just had me go on a fucking tangent and rambled, and now I don't remember what I was saying. Um, the polyamorous relationships are I would be why I don't think I could have it. It's because I get jealous, right? And like jealous, not now, I think I get jealous in a healthy way because, and maybe there is no healthy way, but let me explain my process. So if if I'm with you and I trust you to go do things and whatever, uh, and I see you spending time with someone else or uh, hanging out with someone or giving someone more attention, or it feels like you're giving more them more attention, I'm naturally going to feel jealous. If you're going out and I don't know, for whatever reason, in any circumstance where I'm jealous, I just feel like, okay, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that. And so, just with that alone, the reason I think it's healthy is because the way I feel, I can acknowledge that the way I feel is not reality. Does that make sense? So just because I feel jealous and feel this way doesn't mean she's doing these things. And if I'm with someone, I completely trust my partner to go and do these things until they give me a reason otherwise. Uh, Now this doesn't mean I'm just crazy oblivious, right? There's obvious signs, there's obvious things. There's conversations I'd have if we were seen to be more distant, whatever. There's plenty of things to to notice something like that is going on. But um, when it comes to just like every single thing they do, I'm not doing that. So uh, I'm not going to change how I act just because I'm jealous, and I'm not going to tell you what to do and what not to do. That's not what I'm going to do. But if I ever get a reason to believe that, and I start not to trust you, I will just end the relationship. Um, but I think that happens after conversations and after actual like clear proof. Um, there's no way. But I wouldn't be able to, I don't think I would be able to handle that. And the reason why I think a lot of people will say they could handle it is because I think a lot of people think, uh, well, yeah, it's polyamorous. So, like, I know he's allowed to go do these things. But the problem with that is, first, sure, if someone's just having sexual relationships, that's fine. But once someone starts having emotional, like getting emotional with the other person, I feel like it's really hard for the normal person to have sex with someone and not be emotionally vulnerable with them. Right? So then event feelings start getting attached. And eventually what ends up happening is your partner will start to get jealous, and for good reasons. You're doing things that obviously show that you have feelings for this other person. And even though you've agreed to this polyamorous, maybe you agreed to just sexual, and that's the problem. Now, if you've also been like, it's fine if you have these other relationships, I still think that just because you logically know, like, he's not cheating on me or she's not cheating on me because we agreed to this, that doesn't change the how you feel. If something happens and you don't like it, you're gonna feel bad about it, and you're gonna be like, I don't like this, regardless of what you thought and the conditions. And then it's gonna fail. And there's a percentage out there saying that 92% of open marriages fail, um, largely open relationships fail. It's just too much of a hassle. But I really am considering thinking about trying some stuff like this. But uh, I don't think I can get past that for me. What do you guys think? Um, do you guys think that polyamorous relationships are sustainable? That they're gonna take over monogamy one day, or do you think monogamy is just the way to go? Um, yeah, give me your opinion because I want to try polyamorous relationship, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can handle it, and I've largely been in favor of monogamous on a large scale. But even to myself, I think I would prefer it if I found someone that I was sure about. Um, Thank you for watching. That's all I have today. If you've gone this far, I appreciate you for watching. If you want to see more content, and you liked what you saw, we have a part-time kids channel. I'll put the description below. We also have our podcast, which is the videos are on this channel, but if you want audio only, you can go to Spotify and just search um, part-time rambles, or that will also be in the description below. We also stream. You can go to my stream down there. Um, twitch.tv/stuffums. Um, Other than that, that's all I have to say. If you have if you disagreed with anything I said today in this video, please go ahead and leave some comments down below. I would like to see how far off my perspective is compared to yours, or if I'm right there with you. Also, I'm going to start putting songs of the day below, um, the songs that I like that make me feel better, and I think it'd be cool to share that with you guys. All right, bye.